Well, no more fooling around this episode. We will be doing a bit of construction. As you can see, I'm in, well, if you don't know, I've not been here for a wee while, but we're in the area that I am dedicating to the country of Rwanda, a place I have been. However, I've not worked in this area for a good number of years now, and I figured that we should try and get it to some sort of completion. I'm already happy with it for a few reasons. First of all, we've got the three distinct areas that I wanted to mark out. We've got kind of the urban area here, we've got the farming area here, and then we're going to have the kind of wild/national park over here. I'm going to add, hopefully, an important feature, namely a fence, just to kind of mark that out. Mark the fact that this is a national park. And the location is actually kind of important. Like, I started this project way back in the early days, and I chose this location specifically because it's kind of a flat area surrounded by savanna plateaus. So that's why ultimately we're here. So we're going to use the mountains, the slopes, as kind of a boundary, and the open areas we're going to mark out with a fence or iron bars. I got all the iron bars I could find, well, most of them anyway, and yeah, we're just going to use that, and hopefully we can make this place, or get it closer to completion. So I think what we're going to do is, fence is going to be, should we say 3 high? I think 3 high is good enough. Well, it's going to end up being like 4 or 5 high over there, because we're going to go with the ground level. But the point is, it's going to stand 3 high over the farm, and then we're going to hopefully add some blocks to the top. And jings, there's a massive storm outside. I say massive storm, like, as far as storms go, it's not that big, but you know what I mean. It's big enough that it's worth keeping an eye on, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we're hopefully going to work on this area here, get it all sorted out, and then I've got 1 or 2 other things to do in the urban area. It's got a petrol station and a random shop, which is, well, turned into my kind of base/storage room. As per usual, I have done a lot of work off camera. Not to fill the episode, of course, but more just to get something done. As you can see, we've sort of figured out the whole national park area. Now, there's a few issues. One, it's pretty much entirely a forest, which isn't really accurate with, the wide open Sahel area, or yeah, it's the Sahel, isn't it? South of the Sahara Desert. So there's the Sahara Desert, and then below that, it's to the south, it's kind of like a Sahel region. Kind of dry grasslands, but yeah, basically grasslands, yes, but there's also trees, lots and lots of trees. I'm not sure if that's necessarily accurate. From what I remember about the national park, it isn't really. There was a lot of wide open spaces, but I just went ahead and grew a bunch of trees and called it good. In fact, it gets so dark in some places that, could mobs potentially spawn? Yeah, I think mobs could spawn here. So yeah, it's pretty dark in the deep areas of the forest. We've got a fence up, got a road going through. The road goes all the way through now, so comes out the other side. This is a road that technically you could walk from my base at spawn. You could walk from there, or you could walk from spawn itself and arrive here, and you would never ever leave like an area that wasn't affected by me. There's always a road. So this is the furthest extent of it so far, the furthest extent west, and then obviously it will go out somewhere, not sure where, not sure if we'll get that far. There's the other road. It is a bit straight, which doesn't look so good, but I didn't really want to veer it to the left or to the right. I didn't feel that it would necessarily improve the look of things. I got rid of all the oak trees because I felt oak isn't really natural to this sort of a biome. Well, it is in Minecraft, but generally speaking, you're not going to see many in the Sahel region, I don't believe. Don't quote me on that, though. I've grown a lot of grass, got rid of the flowers, because again, flowers are, like, when you think of flowers, you think of gardens in homes and all that, but you don't think of the wide open spaces. So that's what we've got here. Loads and loads of grass, loads and loads of tall grass. I've been spending time just bone mealing a bunch of small grass to get the tall stuff, which is not something I tend to do, but it's worked out pretty well here. And then in the middle we've got this massive lava pool. I've killed off all the animals, filled in all the watering areas except for one over there, which I'll probably just leave. But yeah, we've got this massive lava pool in the middle, and we're going to turn this into a bit of a pit of heck, basically. I'm going to probably just add some like netherrack and coal blocks and obsidian and stuff around about it. And the reason for that is because there is something similar to this, although it's not in Rwanda, it's in Ethiopia, I think. I remember watching a documentary about it back in the day, but it's like part of the Great East African Rift, part of which I saw. It's kind of like a massive valley where there's a continental fault, if you like. And this is like part of it's in Rwanda, which is what I saw. It borders Rwanda and Tanzania, but there's also an area of just lava where I'm not sure if it, like, I'm guessing the lava's come from the mantle or whatever you call that part below the crust in the middle of the earth, but it's up at the surface or near the surface. Maybe it's a very low below sea level, but it can't be because Ethiopia's on a plateau, right? Yeah, that's what we've got going. As you can see, there's the other side of the fence. We've got the farming area on one side, we've got the fence on the other, and yeah, I used scaffolding for the first time. Is that what it's called? Is it just, yeah, it's just called scaffolding. So I used scaffolding for the first time. Obviously, you need bamboo, which I had, bamboo and string, and it's all right. I mean, yeah, it's definitely more convenient than blocks, but you know, given the fact that for the whole time I've played this game, I've been used to using blocks, it's, you know, a wee bit strange to me to just go from using blocks to using this. I'm trying to remember how you use it actually. So, okay, so that's how you go left or right. So that's how you go up. Yeah, so it's whatever way you're looking. Oh, pretty cool. And then what happens if you break it? Yep. Nice. Okay. Alright, thought it was worth recording a bit just to give an update. I have extended this road. I have thought about building a bridge, you know, building the road out this way a bit more. But in the end, it doesn't really go anywhere. Like, the sea's just beyond that hill, so I thought, well, might as well just end the road here, maybe have a, maybe not a roadblock like that, maybe a fence or something. It just kind of ends though, which kind of sucks, but whatever. I'll try and figure a way to round it off. And if we go over here, I've worked on the lava pool a wee bit. I added some concrete, black concrete, yeah, concrete powder. So I did that. I think that looks pretty nice. Got some netherrack and magma blocks as well. I actually researched the name of the volcano. It's a volcano in Ethiopia that is known as the Gateway to Heck. Obviously with slight variation in that language, but you get the idea. And it's a volcano, but I forgot the name of it. But basically it's in Ethiopia. Quite famous, I think. And so yeah, that's what this is kind of mimicking, except it's less of a volcano and more of a randomly generated lava pool in Minecraft with a bunch of random blocks around. So that should bring to an end our work on this area. I extended the road, as you can see. It's kind of dumb, not going to lie. Goes all the way out here. We've got a wee bit of a an oasis. I figured there had to be something here, because like the road should actually go, if we're taking the shortest route, should go around the hill this way, but I wasn't really paying attention and I brought it this way, maybe because the slope's a little nicer here, so I thought there's got to be something here that the road has to bypass to make it worthwhile. So we've got a wee oasis. The road splits off, goes through the desert here, kind of ends at just a wee kind of farming area. Nothing special. I added a few trees just to brighten things up a bit. Oops. And then the road doesn't really end anywhere. It goes on and on and on, and then it oh yeah, I never built a bridge. I was meant to build a bridge, but basically it goes here and then there's going to be a bridge, then it goes over to the other side, and then it stops in sight of new chunks over there. As you can see, that's 1.13 water or ocean. This is 1.12 and before water. And yeah, this is where the road finally ends. The road network of my world ends on the shores of the sea facing, well, north. That is it. That is the end of the road. No more roads. Zero road building will be done in the next wee while. But point is, that is what's happened with the road. I will get onto that bridge. Again, completely forgot about it. Thought I was done. I was going to do like kind of a desert village that, but I don't know. I don't feel inspired per se to do that. What I do feel inspired to do is finish up the urban area of Rwanda, because that's sort of the last thing we've got. So we've got 2 builds, a petrol station and a shop of sorts. I'm going to add maybe 1 or 2 more builds here, and then maybe 1 or 2 over here. I was going to do a football stadium, not like a full size one, just a miniature one, but I don't think I will. We'll just stick to a few box houses like that one, or shops or whatever they are, and that should do us, I reckon. I might do something over here farming related, kind of across from the field. I think that would be cool. Apart from that, I don't have too many other plans going into this final stage of the build, but we shall see. Okay, so I've done a bit more building. We're going to do stuff on camera. We're going to be sort of decorating these 4 builds. They're all different colours. I haven't really been referring back to photographs. This one was kind of based off of one I saw in a photograph that I had from my trip. These ones sort of keeping in with the colourful theme, and we'll just add bits and bobs to them and try and make them look a wee bit better. I'm not really sure what necessarily, but I mean that's part of the fun of it, I guess. Not gonna lie, I really don't relish building as much as I used to. In some ways it's self-inflicted, because I'm not, and I've spoken about this before, I don't try, you know, I haven't taken the time to get better at it and all that. I think it was ever since the city build. I did the city build because that was something I'd always wanted to do. I did it. It came out really, really well. Like, collectively it came out really well, although I was kind of humming and hawing about individual builds and how they came out. But, I mean, it's done. I've done it. That's the main thing. I think part of my problem is I don't watch too many LPs, really. Survival LPs. I mean, I do, from time to time I will watch some. Obviously I still follow Ethel, but the thing is Ethel's not really, well, he's more of a builder now than he was. But yeah, that's kind of the thing. You know, over the time I've played Minecraft, the main series I've watched is one that isn't all about building. Whereas, to be fair, I have been watching one LP of from a builder recently, someone from Legacy SMP, and they're really good at building, but like it's a completely different setup to how I would play the game per se. You know, going all out in builds in the first episode and all that. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm all about the gathering the resources. Should we maybe, I don't know, is a flat roof bad? I mean, we did a flat roof over there, so I don't see the difference. I kind of half thought of doing map art, but I'm really sorry, I'm just not in the mood for map art. Because I've seen some pretty cool map art. Obviously Zendra did some in the Flatlands SMP. Zendra did some cool map art, and I've seen some cool map art in some CTM maps recently, and obviously you get it in other LPs, so it would be pretty cool to get like a sign, like the name of the shop, maybe several maps wide. That'd be pretty cool. But I don't have the time or patience. Probably got the resources. What can we do here? Window, maybe? I mean, we've got kind of like I'm not sure what that is per se. It's like the main door. I'd rather do something a bit different. Not really planning to do the interiors, in all honesty. Again, a bit of a cop out. I mean, we could add like a counter or something. I've decided we'll use quartz for this roof, which I guess it's sort of in keeping with the area, given we've used quartz over there. It just seems a bit, I don't know, it seems a wee bit out of character. Like, you wouldn't expect quartz to be used in a kind of shopping area. That's more, you'd expect it for more a grander palace or castle or something like that, maybe not, I don't know. I'm guessing you can use blocks in anywhere. Maybe that's part of my problem, is the mindset of where you can and can't use blocks. And we've already run out. I'm a genius. Don't worry, we brought plenty of quartz. I already had quartz here because of the road, and I've ruined everything. Yeah, so we've got one sign over here. I thought it might be cool to add a few more. Obviously they have to be short words, so I went with hi, which doesn't mean highs and hello, it means highs and hi. I don't know why. It could mean hi as in hello as well. And I've got fab as well. Fab could be FAB, you know, Thunderbirds. If you ever watch Thunderbirds, FAB. Got a few more flags kicking around. I'm sure these flags had another part to them, because the Rwandan flag has like a sun in the top right. I'm sure I had that. Or maybe I tried it and I didn't like it, so I just went for the stripes. Well, whatever. I couldn't be bothered trying to make a new one, so we've just gone with that. Anyway, as you can see, I've extended the road. I was going to stop it here, but I thought, well, we might as well keep it going. You know, it ends over there, but that's because there's like a landslide or something, or maybe they're waiting to build some of the road. Fun fact in Rwanda, oh, hello there. Fun fact in Rwanda, most of the roads are built by the Chinese, most of the good roads are built by the Chinese. Fun fact, the good roads are actually better than the best roads in Britain. British roads suck. I say that having cycled on them for nigh on 2 decades. That's pushing it a bit, but whatever. And also, I finished the bridge at the other end of the road. I mentioned earlier in this episode that I was going to build a bridge. I'll show a screenshot of it because I can't be bothered going all the way out there to show you a very, very... It's not even average, but I wanted to use strip logs and I thought that'd be a good opportunity to do so. That is what I did. Here's the end of the road. It stops basically on the shores of the sea. I didn't bother building a bridge over to the island. They can sort a ferry system out, I'm sure. I like how I said earlier in this video, no more roads. Well, too bad, I built another road. I just can't stop building roads. I like roads. You know, there may be ender pearls, speed potions, elytra, horses, minecarts. There may be all sorts of different ways of transport in the game, but you can't beat a road. So we're on to our final kind of project of this project. It's kind of a second part of the farming area. Might do a wee house, but I really can't be... It sounds bad, okay? I know it sounds bad when I say I can't be bothered building, but you know what I mean? Like, these builds, they're there. I like them. I like the different colours. What I like about them is the different colours, the layout. It's more of a loose layout. I mean, okay, those two are kind of semi-detached, but yeah, they're independent on their own. A loose layout of market shops. We've got melons stacked up. We've got a few trees. Bit of dirt just because, you know, stuff doesn't grow the same as it would in Scotland. And then we've got this. Oh yeah, I changed out the grass here. It originally was wool, but then between me starting this back in like 2015 and now, there was an update that changed the colour, 1.12. And so the wool turned a different colour. So I added concrete powder, which I think looks better. Its texture is better. It's more of a natural look, borderline artificial. It's borderline an artificial surface. Anyway, I think we'll do a bit of a road, like a side road. We can just do it over here. Nothing too fancy. We'll do it with path block. We'll make it 5 wide. That'll save me having to build anything extra to the field that I'm doing. Alright, I'm going to call it quits there. I've been working on this project now for the last 2 days, and to be honest, it's not the worst thing ever. Like, I think what I've done has blended in well with what I did many years ago. I say many years ago, I mean 2015, 2016 is not that long ago. But the point is, it's kind of blended in well. It's not too out there. Stuff doesn't look bad necessarily. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I guess that's the main thing. I'm happy with it. I'm satisfied. I guess I can show off what I've done since my last update. I've got a field here that's a bit more messed up. Crops scattered everywhere. Grass, coarse dirt, melons, etc, etc. Some flowers. It's a little bit different from this field, so maybe it's mimicking crop rotation. I don't know. Field isn't being as used as heavily this year. So of course over here we've got the kind of urban area. We've got 5 builds, is that? All different colours. We've got the petrol station. And that's obviously to mimic the urban area of Rwanda. We've got the fields. Massive wheat field. I actually do like the wheat field. I don't know why. There's just something awe-inspiring about it. Maybe not awe-inspiring. Maybe that was the wrong word. But you know what I mean. It's not something you see every day. Then we've got the other field here that I just did. And then we've got the wild, the national park. Which is... You can tell it's more wild. It's certainly more wild, or has a more wild look than just the ordinary biome because, well, there's a massive lava pool, loads of trees, loads of grass, and I like that. I like that style to it. Then if we go all the way up, we've got the road that leads out the national park, very straight, very much like an American road, but, I mean, whatever. It does the job. Not saying American roads are bad. They're just, you know, straight. Very straight. Yep, all this stuff over there. You can just about to see the bridge in the background. Yep, right above my head. And then down here we've got the other road just leading away. I don't want to say I had grand plans that never got done. I had one or two ideas, but I just thought if I attempted them. Like, for example, at one point, and I was actually doing this on camera, I think, at one point, I was going to build a bridge, a road bridge from there to there, but as you can see, the ocean's right beyond, and I don't think it would have been worth it. It would have taken a lot of work. I was going to build a bit of a farmhouse over there. Originally, when I was doing this project, I was going to build it in the middle of that wheat field, but that wheat field took a while to do, so I didn't want to really mess it up. And yeah, overall, in conclusion, I'm fairly happy with how it came out. Pretty chuffed. Let's go and have a look at the road down here. Goes all the way down to the road that goes back to the main area, the city. Got the tunnel, and then obviously the dirt road that transitions into the stone road. Part of me regrets using stone for the road and not path blocks. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, path blocks were in the game when I started the road, so I could have done that. I feel like path blocks would have been better, but whatever. I've gone with, I think path blocks would have been more challenging in places. But either way, we went with stone, and it worked well. And I think this worked pretty well too. We've also got a road that goes up the hill that I kind of forgot about that doesn't really go anywhere. I don't know what I was planning to do. Yeah, it just kind of goes up here and stops, but we can leave that. We can leave that and just imagine what I was planning. Glad to get this place finally finished. I will be leaving it like that, I reckon. And yeah, I'll be leaving this episode here as well. Don't have any other plans. Thank you very much for checking it out. And as per usual, I don't have too many plans for the next one. So join me to find out what we get up to. I will see you later.